Alright everybody, we are back from our nap. Edgar's sleeping over there. So we're gonna continue on with Final Fantasy VI.
What is kind of impressive about this one that I wanted to mention is once you get past the little blitz thing and you actually figure it out, that's pretty much the worst part of the game right there. So getting that out of the way so early is actually kind of impressive.
Yeah, because not having any kind of instruction on how to do the blitz is just it almost is like, well, if I can't figure out what to do, I'm not going to play the game anymore, just because I can't proceed forward. so but after that's kind of cleared up, then it's fine. Also, one of the things too about the PS1 that's a little bit different than the SNES version is the blitzes always seem to lag a little bit when you do them.
What's that?
The suplex one? Yeah, it's like triangle, square, and then up, down, I think.
Just trying to remember the order.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess also too, since this is a separate video, I forgot to mention, I'm ZXRyuu and this is TheGrayDragon and we're doing a Let's Play of Final Fantasy VI.
Of course, if you're tuning in for part 4, you better know what's going on.
Unless you're just interested in what's going on in this part of the game, I suppose, if you're looking for something specific. But... oh, down, up. Okay, it's not up, down. Got it backwards!
Okay.
Yeah, so now the Gray Dragon's in the driver's seat now, so... heading up to the returner's place, is that where we're headed?
Something like that.
The Blitz command only gives you a little bit of time, so...
Yay.
Gotta love some of the sprite work in here, going over, picking the guy up, launching him, and throwing him down.
Still funny when you can do that to the ghost train.
Oh, yeah, wait,
It's just hilarious. Just the visual of it.
Like, something over there.
It's the only thing over here. The rest is mountains.
I like on the world map, too, that it gives you points to show you, okay, these are the critical areas on the map.
Well, these are places you can go into, the rest is not.
Yeah. This way, please.
I'm out of control!
Yeah. It's auto things, like in Mega Man, when you get the X-Buster upgrade, it always does the auto demonstration for you. You always remember to check everything.
Always check everything. Yeah, I'm intentionally avoiding that. Why? Because I want to loot your place.
Yeah, I always find it really funny about these early games. Just go into people's hideouts, houses, whatever, take their stuff, and then leave. Or in the case of Legend of Zelda, breaking stuff.
Yes.
Also, shoutouts to Link's lawn care services.
Yes.
Mowing people's grass and it gives you money. I'm glad too that they started being a little bit better about giving you descriptions of what each item does, because it seemed kind of early on you had to either know or just kind of guess and use it.
Yeah, the NES Final Fantasies were severely lacking in descriptions. You just either had to know or had to guess and hope it worked out.
Yeah. I mean, the first one was just so massive with how it was anyway that there was really no room for anything else.
True, but they didn't come with a whole lot of supplemental material. Even the,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Even the little guidebook that comes with the actual game cartridge walks you through the first couple dungeons, which is kind of strange. I don't see that very much. But...
No, you don't see that like at all. It's all DLC now, and they don't give you anything.
Yeah.
The game is super huge, and they don't give you much.
One thing that I really enjoyed about the first game is it came with a nice little unfoldable sheet that showed you what characters could equip what weapons and what armor.
Oh wow, really?
All the way from everything, every piece of armor and weapon that was in the game. It showed you everything.
Wow.
It was amazing. So you could really plan ahead. In some translations. I believe one of the original translations was the last thing to escape was false hope. But, you know, many people prefer a more upbeat ending, so hope was the last thing left in the box. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like many of the original fairy tales that weren't so kind and Disney.
Yeah, exactly. We have the Disney versions of a lot of them, but it's like Alice in Wonderland's like a really weird story.
And a lot of them don't end well for anyone.
No. Yeah, and partly too it's always, I mean, doing some translation myself, it's always difficult for, it's like what was the author's original intent? So looking at the original Japanese of the game, and then if a word has multiple meanings, it's like, well, you let the context decide what the meaning's supposed to be. So. We're all counting.
Yes.
Just making sure we've checked everything.
Yep.
Where's the event trigger?
Probably a good idea to save. I know the event trigger. Just trying to weigh what's present versus when's the next time I'm gonna be able to save.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure we don't save over.
Yeah, at least I've got backups of all that stuff in multiple places in case something goes wrong, so... Because I was concerned I was going to do that too, so...
That's why I usually save them off to other places, so there's only one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you're done, you know, actually making new saves and consolidate them. Just seemed to be a more efficient system.
And I guess my system was always just to kind of keep everything in the same place, and so...
But then you risk an accidental slip up.
gets to in the original SNES version, the Phoenix Down was actually spelled like completely different because they had character limitations and stuff.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of the items and things that were changed in names.
A lot of things you can actually have full names. Antidote instead of antidote.
Yeah, Antidote, yeah. ANTDOT.
Yeah.
Nothing else in here?
Trying to remember where he appears. I guess you have to talk to the guy at the door.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I thought he was standing around here waiting for me. Guess he is standing around waiting for me. Just not the spot I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's a rock in the way.
I've never actually tried no, but...
Yeah, I know. It's like, what do you say? Just immediately gives you a game over screen. I don't know. Mega Man Legends had some of that too, where you could say kind of these secondary answers, but it would kind of run that through, but then you could go back and kind of say the first answer. Like the lady who was the the art gallery lady that was painting, and you can give kind of two interesting answers there. What do you think's missing? Some red, or the other option is some talent?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, it may be interesting, it's just lots of extra reading, and it doesn't really advance anything. It can be amusing.
what? What's that noise? I'd call that an emergency.
That's why you don't station your lookout inside the cave entrance.
Who shall remain nameless? Time to run. Or boat.
That's why I saved.
Mm-hmm. That's why they give you the save point.
Mm-hmm. They actually return his equipment is the question. I believe so. No.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's like a bunch of sub-menus and things too that you can look at to kind of tell who has what equipped at what point, which I thought was really helpful.
Why?
I think that would be a yes.
Just making sure everyone has the best.
Mm-hmm.
That they can, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And now we have Bannon. That much hair and beard, it kind of looks like Tella from 4.
Yeah, he was old, but his stuff was, like, well taken care of. Okay.
Now for one of the...
This little...
One of the more annoying things in video games is make sure this guy doesn't die. Oh, by the way, he's way under leveled and has no gear.
Production missions are notorious for being bad and just horrible.
Are we even going to talk about that one from Zone of the Enders?
Yeah, I'd rather not. Oh, right, that's what's awesome about him.
Does he have some massive healing, though?
Well, it hits everybody.
For not insignificant.
And it costs nothing, so...
Yeah.
You die now.
He just got Kamehameha'd.
Pretty much!
Using Ryu's tech. Yeah, it's always kind of a staple, and I guess kind of the Super Nintendo era was they were always using Street Fighter tech in a lot of different things. Because even Mega Man had it.
Well, that was a clear little nod to it.
Yeah.
Not quite the same thing.
Yeah, that was Capcom, I guess, saying, hey, check out our other game.
Could well be. Oh yeah, you have no control over who the bullets will target. It's kind of random.
Yeah, when you do it, it just kind of does it. Because you have to then do the input, and then it just kind of picks somebody.
Toasty.
I do like what the Gray Dragon said in the last video about the scenery that you see in each battle. It's just a snapshot of where you are. And so they took great attention to detail on that.
A lot more than you see in most games. And most games do a pretty good job. This is just yet another step above.
Ow! He's about to get suplexed, though. How that works in the middle of the ocean, we won't.
Well, rapids. But
Yeah.
yeah, it'll take a lot to get through all that healing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since it's free!
Yeah. Yeah, I think I said in an earlier video, Final Fantasy VI really did a good job of cutting the tedium out of the battles.
They go pretty quick.
Yeah, you can make them go as fast or as long as you want. If you want to spend time getting all the items from the enemies, or if you just want to go berserk with the blitzes and crossbows and magic and everything else, then make it go really fast.
Of course, I can't get any more items because my thief is gone, but...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Come on, hurt me, I dare you.
Wait, somebody hurt you in it?
Oh, I hit him. And now it doesn't matter.
It gives you some options of which way to go, but I think eventually you just kind of end up here.
Well, yeah. The first one's not much of anything. It's the second book that actually has items on it. In it.
Yeah, in it, yeah.
But yeah, there are items you can collect on the way to this one, and it's a bit more complicated.
That's why there's a save point here too, I guess, so you can kind of reset and try different things if you want.
Well, that in case you die on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Though, with Shannon helping out, it's not much of a possibility.
Yeah, because I mean, if you just have him do healing all the time, then
No, I'll fight with him the whole time. Why would you pass that up?
He's like way under leveled, and he's got this massive healing skill. So I think we'll opt to use the healing.
Mm-hmm. Wow, only 3 of my people got to attack. Such a long fight.
Yeah. I will just make some guesses here, I guess. Oh, hey, another save point. Are you picking the exact way to the end again?
I'm trying to find the treasures. Although it would appear to be. The special skills kicking in again.
Yep, the Gray Dragon always knows the exact way to get to the end of a dungeon.
Whether I want to or not. It just seems to happen. Apparently I did.
Yep. What is it?
That there is a thing.
What we have here is a thing. Okay. One of the funniest... Oh gosh.
Mid-bosses.
Yeah. Don't tease the octopus, kids. Okay, what we have here is Ultros. One of the funniest characters in this game.
I especially like how he ends up at the end. It's very amusing.
Wait, fire on an octopus?
Mm-hmm.
Youch!
Told you.
Seafood soup.
Told you. It's not like I don't have enough MP.
Oh yeah, there's the ant dot.
Yeah.
That's actually just a space limitation for the columns. That's not necessarily a character limitation of the game.
Yep.
What happens when you use the noise blaster on?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing.
It does confuse. You're not going to confuse a boss.
I just thought he would say something funny.
Probably not.
Ugh.
Yeah. Heal harder?
Yeah. Yeah, he said something funny about each one of your characters.
Timing is key in this one.
Yes.
It's a good part of the strategy. Gotta know your characters and know their timing. Stack clear.
Yee.
Well, it's much better than having that attack hit one person.
Mm-hmm. That's all, friends.
Oh, sure, you hit everyone and you run away.
And the funniest music in this game. The original Japanese is just, huh? He's always been a tad zealous.
Tad? That's reckless.
He's fine.
Well, there's no question of that, but still.
Now for one of the interesting things about this game.
It wasn't interesting before?
Well, just an interesting concept that I've only seen in this game. So, it should come up here in a minute. There we go.
Actually, I have seen it in Wild Arms 3.
Oh, Wild Arms 3 had it?
But it started off that way as like an intro for the 4 characters. You have
Oh,
to play
yeah.
through each one of them, and then you get to that point in the story, and then you continue pretty much as a group.
That's right. I remember you talking about that now. And the Moogle.
Just stay on the raft.
Cool.
When is it ever?
Mm-hmm. But I did like that about this game, that it gave you the option to, it's like you've got so many scenarios going on, and now you have the opportunity to choose which one you want to continue.
You don't see that very often. Well, it did automatically heal me.
Mm-hmm. Quite helpful. Or should I say helpful? Wing-a-ding-ding! Oh wait, no.
I think that's trying to do some status effect.
It's like
It
confused.
either didn't work, or...
Oh, damage over time.
Yeah. It's one of those rare damage over time things that's not poison, but still somehow works just like poison.
Final Fantasy actually does that a lot with different moves throughout all the games, and it seems to escalate in this game too, where stuff will start stacking more and more damage.
And you can't stop it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way to recover the stack damage on a lot of those.
You just gotta throw regen. That'll take care of it.
Mm-hmm. Which isn't until...
Later.
Yeah, like halfway through the game or something. And we're on the world map. Poof, world map.
So I apparently missed all the items. There's only like 2 or 3. What? There was only 2 choices.
Yeah, there's up and left, and we went left and we went all the way to the end, so... Okay.
I just found the way.
Didn't lose your way. Because I don't know, is there any opportunity to come back through that area at any point?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I think this is the alternate exit of the cave. Or just the town itself.
Hi there, Narsh.
Since I know.
Random prelude playing there.
Prelude to Life. Signature pieces of Final Fantasy,
Mm-hmm.
which has appeared in all of them except 13.
Yeah, it wasn't in 13. And also, what's funny is every time everybody refers to like Final Fantasy VIII, they never really use 8's prelude. They always use this other track, and it's not even like Eyes on Me that they use. They always use this other one. So I can't remember what the name of it is, but I remember it every time I listen to the soundtrack, but I can't recall it at the moment.
So, yeah. Pretty clear message.
Mm-hmm. Need to find another way in.
Sometimes games will do things like that. They'll actually hurt you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you keep repeatedly doing something, it just hurts you.
Or doing things like that. But if you recall from the first episode, someone tells you to remember something, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
And the cave disappears.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I guess that's only.
Yeah, that opens that door from the inside.
Yeah.
Just a nice little visual cue that that's there.
And the enemies are still the same strength.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Maybe now I can get that one treasure chest I missed.
Yeah.
Or at least explore that one way. Accidentally didn't go the first time and fell down the hole. I think you just leave the town.
Okay, can't walk on the roof.
Well, yeah.
There's a cavern over there and then a bridge going the other way.
Yeah. So many possibilities. I think the way right was the way out to the normal caves. So I think this is the technically new area.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't seen this yet.
Yep.
Oh, shiny.
I wonder what it wants me to do.
Whew. It will probably be okay.
It'd be a lot easier without that text second interrupting everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's wrong. Really? That was right? I thought I forgot something.
Okay.
Huh.
Guess we'll see.
No, I'm already through. If not, going through the door will send you right back to the start of that room. You know, just constantly loops it until you get it right. Huh.
So there's a doorway back there. Do we need to do anything with that?
Maybe. But right here was the thing I missed the first time, because I went up. Guess there was nothing.
Okay. We get.
And this is why we make sure. At least whenever you have the opportunity.
Doesn't do insignificant damage either.
Well, he has gained a level since he's joined the team. So at least there's that. No more falling down the hole this time. Which makes it funny because, you know, the cave floor repaired itself.
Yeah. I almost wonder in video games sometimes there's like some arbitrary person that just goes around and fixes random things.
It's just kind of funny because it should just be a hole. But to have the hole repair itself in, what, a day or two of the game's time? Just kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can technically, what was it that your brother said? You could technically beat the first Final Fantasy game in one day because there was no night.
There's no day or night cycle, and there's no night scenes. Everything takes place during the day. And there's no transition, so it's the same day.
Yeah. Kubo! There's like a ton of them.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kubo.
That's all they say.
Except for one, right?
The one that doesn't move. But I remember.
Rune Edge. Hey, okay.
Did I forget to do something?
Maybe. I don't know. Guess we'll go back and see.
I don't know if I can get back out.
We're gonna have to talk to every removal in there.
No, just the one. And I know the one, that's why I avoided it. Question is it actually important? Does it affect anything? Does it matter? Oh well. Down item. A lot more paid.
Want more what?
Evasion.
Ah.
10% more. Ah, okay. Not a huge problem.
And sometimes you're just like, did I just jip myself?
Yeah. Out of the way, fuzzballs. I guess it wasn't important.
Are you sure?
That's the only one that says something different.
Wacky. Okay.
Well, at least you solved that mystery. Go away. Ooh, train.
Is that an item it dropped?
No, that's the spell she learned.
Ah. Can't quite see the text box, so.
I believe it's a black magic spell, if not gray.
Gray for neutral.
Yep. Yep, black. Probably should have done that a few more steps on the zip.
Or not. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. A Repo Man and a Vaporite block your save point.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no.
big roadblock, let me tell you. Oh no, he's bleeding to death.
Wrenched 10 life out of him. One step.
Always amusing when that happens.
Mm-hmm. So one thing about the SNES version that's nice is it just...
About half that loading time.
Yeah. It's not coming up on the... or probably can't hear it on the video, but every time save station comes up, you can hear the PlayStation over there making some noise. Hello, guy we first saw. Something with crazy powers.
I believe it's your turn now.
Alright, we'll switch for scenarios. I also like, too, that they give you the save point in the middle.
Yes, you can save in between.
Yeah. Alright, we'll continue on with Saban's story.
Float like a corpse. Wait.
Alright, so we're beached up somewhere. With a random town in front of us.
It's not a town.
A house.
You can tell that even from the game map.
Whoa, that was super weird. And Chocobo just like blitzed on and blitzed off.
That's what he does.
Somewhere beyond the forest. Oh yeah, Delma Castle.
Yep.
Thank you for that warning.
I'm still not sure what mechanism, if it's just random time or experience level or money or something. Just not sure what it is that makes him take off.
Yeah.
Shadow has the item command throw. Allows you to throw old weapons or items at enemies for incredible damage.
Yeah, that throw skill is a little wacky, especially later in the game. You can do some really weird stuff with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here.
I would go with poison and fight damage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because he's really kind of the...
Unless you're going to be throwing a whole lot of the two things you have.
Yeah, we'll throw a tonic.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, phone's buzzing again.
Tell it to buzz off.
Put it on silent and buzz off. I don't know. Okay. Into the house. That's a blow time. There we go. There's that music again.
Mm-hmm. What'd you expect when you touch a stove? Oh, wait.
Okay.
Oh, look, something you can throw.
Shuriken. And it actually doesn't cost that much, which is funny.
Mm-hmm. It costs very little and it's very effective.
Yeah.
As I recall, the Invis Edge works on just one person, but I think the Shadow Edge actually hits all enemies.
So these are both, or all, these things are throw items? huh?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Because if you go in...
Yeah, use
tell
the
you
throw
that much.
command. Makes thrower
just the
transparent.
throw, okay.
Yeah, transparent with the throw command. Okay. Creates thrower's illusion. Use with throw command.
Yeah, I think that one increases your evasion rate, whereas Invis basically gives you like one free guaranteed dodge. But I could be wrong about that. There are multiple different Final Fantasy games, and they act differently and have different definitions for the same skill in different games. So
Yeah, exactly.
my information might be a little warped.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Battle power 86 just by itself.
It's a lot of power.
Yeah. How many of these do we need to get?
10 to 20,
Yeah.
at least. I mean, they're cheap.
Yeah.
They're literally throwaway items.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll get a couple of these.
Yeah, since it only works on him, you only need a couple.
Yeah.
I would save the money on those.
On the shadow edges?
Probably better, but there's no telling how long it really lasts, or how good it is.
We'll get one and see what we get with that. Allows person to sprint. It's like...
Not that necessary.
It's like, okay.
The helmet.
Yeah, the plumed helm. Equipped 3, and we need... One more.
Well, you might want to get the other just because his scenario is up next.
Yeah, because that's what's funny. It's like, wait, how do we have gear that spreads across all the scenarios?
Don't ask. It's the magic of video games.
Yeah, exactly. That's got plot armor? I don't know.
Not quite.
You get a couple more of these, too.
Yeah, just watch the money.
Yeah, because they're expensive.
And we don't need a whole lot of them right now.
Alright. Guess we don't necessarily need them. Since we don't have the healing, though, this is the one thing we do need quite a bit of. Let's do, like, 12 more.
That's about right.
There we go.
Some potions will start becoming available very soon.
Yeah. Was there anything else the guy in the house says?
Probably, if you actually talk to him.
Yeah, rather than talking to his stove. That was really random.
I remembered that one, though.
Okay. The clock on the wall.
I'm guessing it's on the wall where he stood, but, you know. Since there's really no way for us to see it or interact with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything.
You can always play with the stove again, but just using the same message.
Yeah, you just get kicked out.
That burned, but hey.
Mm-hmm. There's like literally nothing in here.
I think I recognize that shack from later in the game as well.
Okay, so there may be something later, some later event.
Well, obviously, but you know what I'm referring to, just not how I'm referring to it.
What?
That's not grass. That's a jungle.
Yeah, that's a jungle.
Yeah.
And then you talk to the stove, because that's actually something you can see, and then he just kicks you out.
Maybe, but...
That's really random.
Free refill.
Okay, now it just loops around. Okay.
Yeah, it's just an amusing little conversation.
That's why I think the song there is, huh? Because we just don't know. Woo! Alright. So, we're headed back to Narsh. So we gotta figure out what's around the world. Well,
that's
we gotta
the
go
overall goal of what you want to do, but...
All sorts of other things around.
You can't exactly get there directly, being on another continent and all.
Shadow's no pushover. Crazy dude.
Oh, he's got very good stats for his level.
And hopefully the critical will come up here at some point or another.
Pretty sure it will.
It's really, really funny to see.
It's probably one of the funniest criticals I've ever seen in any video game, just because it comes out of nowhere.
I wonder if there's anything opening to a cave or something.
Well, you'd see it on the map. No white dot? There's nothing there. It's one of the better map systems I've ever seen. It shows you where stuff is.
Yeah. That's why having the shields is good.
Unlike a lot of other Final Fantasy games, the shields actually work really well in this one. In other ones, they just increase your general defense so you take slightly less damage. But in this one, they actually physically stop some attacks. That's a much bigger advantage. a dozen more of those and you might be hurt.
Mm-hmm. Got that frame perfect message skip.
Well, that you can just hold the button. Just skip it.
Mm-hmm.
Greasy monk? What?
Yeah.
Still interesting. You can just wander the wilds of the far reaches of the world and find a random grease monkey wandering around.
Yeah, it's like, what is this?
I think those should have been limited to inside cities and towns.
Mm-hmm.
One specific town, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like you get all the way over here and realize you can't go any further.
Well, Shadow did tell you it's on the other side of the forest.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, even still, since it gives you the option to...
Oh, you always gotta check. No question. Dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Wait.
Nah.
Just
Oh dear.
block it.
Yeah, just block it. Dink!
Raking in all that EXP, huh?
Oh yeah. Minotaur.
Yeah, at least I get a little off of that.
There it comes.
And kaboom.
Takedown.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the dog can sometimes block attacks and then come and retaliate.
I'm not sure what it is, but just every once in a while in combat, the dog just takes over. And as you saw, it absorbs the attacks and deals the damage.
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird.
Also, the dog, I think, can do critical hits as well, and so...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the first time I saw the dog do the counter attack, it did like a critical and did 3,000 damage. It was like...
And around this point in the game.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of fell out of my seat when that happened.
That was a spectacular, randomly high rolling moment.
That was wow.
7 dice, all showing 6. Whoa. And that was your first throw. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was quite spectacular to see. So it's just little things like that where it's like, yeah, you see his dog, and the dog actually has bearing on what you're doing.
It's just a nice little bonus to the character. And again, very good artwork on the background of this battleground.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of the more artistically pleasing.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember at the moment who did the backgrounds for this game. I'll have to look it up for the next video. But
They did a great job.
yeah.
I mean, that's not just a random forest background. That's pretty close to being a nice little work of video game art in itself.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely tell they put some care into it.
Yeah. It may have even been Tetsuya Nomura that did the background for this one. I can't remember.
I mean, normally you just see white clouds, but even in this background, you can see there's color and layer and depth to the clouds up there.
Mm-hmm.
Just a very nice detail.
A lot of care went into this game, the way it's designed. Sure, this is going to lead to a dead end, but you never know. Dead end. You can find random stuff out in the middle of the world now.
In some cases, but not too much in this part of the world. Come back later to see the full meaning of that comment.
I think I might need some healing after this round.
Fortunately, you have something that's free.
Things free?
The bed. At the guy's house.
Oh, yeah, up ahead. Stray cat.
One of the other characters' enemy mimicking ability. Apparently, Stray Cat is one of the best ones in the game. Just because of the way it multiplies off the character's stats.
Ah.
It's just one of the best. It's fairly simple as it does mostly just physical attack.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to some of the later enemies, which can do some really weird stuff. Mimic those movesets. And kind of unpredictable what it's going to do.
Yeah. So I think what we're going to do too is, since we're getting close to an hour here, I'll go ahead and save, and then we'll refresh the stream and keep going a little bit.
Good thing the old man doesn't mind you using his bed.
Yeah, it's like really weird.
Ah, video game logic.
Mm-hmm. Wait, there's logic in there? Alright, and we'll be back in a minute with some more gameplay.